The series that are primarily focusing around this concept are Lost Galaxy, Ninja Steel, and Cosmic Fury. These three seasons all reside within the same universe as the original Mighty Morphin series, as in the final series of the Zordon era, Power Rangers in Space. This is important because at the end of In Space, Zordon makes his heroic sacrifice by telling Andros to destroy his energy tube, releasing his energy wave, and purging the cosmos that is all that is evil. This is the continuity that I will be primarily focusing on. Lost Galaxy takes place in the same universe as In Space. We know this because we see Alpha 5, the Astro Megaship, and the cameo that the In Space Rangers make during the season. Seeing as Lost Galaxy doesn't take place long after In Space in the timeline, it will be considered to believe that these guys would be around during the Zordon Purge. Continuity at its finest. Now you may be asking, how is Ninja Steel connected to all of this? Well, know that the Ninja Steel Rangers got their powers from the Ninja Nexus Prism in the form of the Ninja Power Stars. Since we know that the Prism makes a cameo in Dino Fury, as well as Mick showing up, this is important because it links Dino Fury to Ninja Steel, and because Dino Fury had its predecessor, Cosmic Fury, we can infer that Ninja Steel and Dino Fury take place in the same universe. This also links Ninja Steel to Mighty Morphin because of Billy's cameo in Cosmic Fury. We can assume that the monsters in Ninja Steel would have been around for quite some time, considering how many viewers Galaxy Warriors actually has. Back to the energy wave. These monsters should not be around. Assuming they would have been around during the energy wave, which there's nothing to assume they weren't, all these guys should be dead. Same point applies to Vigilia in Cosmic Fury, who has been around, seeing as her daughter alone is 218. They would have been around during the energy wave, so they should be dead. Considering that Zed is only free because of Vigilia and her employment of Scrozzle, the entirety of Cosmic Fury should never have happened. Also, Zed should not have been around because Regal, the guy who brought him back in Dino Fury, should have also been purged as a result of the energy wave. A quick side note, while writing this, I realized that connecting all the series like this is useless because all of their Megazords show up at the final episode of Cosmic Fury. So, fun stuff. Back to it. Now, some might be asking, why aren't these allowed to exist, but these are just fine? It's because these series don't come from pre-existing monsters in the universe. Well, technically they do, but I have an explanation for that. Evox is Venjix from the RPM series, back to take over the Morphin grid. The reason he makes sense is because he comes over from an entirely different dimension after the wave, and we can assume that he spends most of his time in the cyber dimension anyways. The Sporex work because they were designed by the Ravkonians to defend Ravkon and had good intentions, but ended up going haywire. And Void Knight and Void Queen themselves are both Ravkonian and wouldn't be identified as evil by the wave. There's your explanation. But that's it. Take this all with a grain of salt because at the end of the day, what is continuity in the world of Power Rangers? Thanks for watching.